Listen up. This isn't some fast food nonsense. Our kitchen runs full tilt because shortcuts, not our thing. Those jar desserts, made by hand. Our Cayenne Ranch doesn't make itself. Our tenders are real.
Coming into the matchup here, 5-1 on the season, 3-0 in their area, in their region. Northside, 5-2, 3-0 in their region as well. We'll go through the lineups here in just a moment. McKenna Weems on the mound for Northside today. Addie Hart, counterpart in the circle, leading off for the Blue Devils. First pitch. Swing hit out towards right field. That's going to go foul. 5:30, first pitch on the dot. We're out here 94 degrees right now. A little bit of a breeze, so it ain't too bad. And Ricky and I found some shade today. So 0-1 count to Addie Hart. She's going to hit that one just inside the line to first, right into the hands of Newberry for an unassisted ground out. So one down now with nobody out, nobody on, I'm sorry. McKenna Weems coming into the matchup on the season. As that first one to Maya Wiggins falls low and inside for a ball. Weems 3-1 on the season with a 4.20 ERA. 25 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts, and 24 walks. If she can keep the walks at bay, she has a good chance here. But second pitch to Wiggins is going to hit her around the hip. And she'll reach base now. So I put one on and one down for Aubrey McBride, the third baseman. McBride, 364 on the season so far, with 9 RBIs, 10 runs scored, 3 doubles, and a triple. And that's going to be chopped foul. Again, we're here at Northside High School. It's the Carroll Purdue State Farm first inning here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. You look defensively for Northside. McKenna Weems in the circle. Kennedy Williams behind the plate from third to first. Cassidy Anderson, Stella Sheehan, Chelsea Fridley, and Kaylee Newberry. Low for a ball from left to right. Karen Stringfellow, Layla Phelps, and Raylan Warren. That's your defensive alignment today for the Northside Lady Patriots. Here's the next pitch from Weems. Low and inside again to McBride. Next pitch now as Weems gets back in the circle. High and inside. That's going to be ball 3. That one line foul off the backstop. Again, both teams coming in with 5 wins on the season and undefeated in their respective regions. Scott batting 4th season with a run scored, 7 RBIs, and 2 doubles. Usually in high school, you don't see the catcher or the pitcher score defensively, as they both usually have a courtesy run. First pitch outside corner across the belt. Four. Across the knees, but a little bit inside that time to even things up. So 1-2 count now on Gray Scott. With runners at second and third and one down. I want to sail high to make it 2-2. In Northside. 5 wins on the season over LaGrange, Taylor County, Woodward Academy, Langston Hughes, and McIntosh, combined with losses to Pace Academy and Mary Persons. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Scott. And McKenna Weems trying to get out of this jam here. Still second and third for the Blue Devils. Still a threat. With Emily Ballow-Eaton coming up to the plate now. Strike 1 on the first pitch to Ballow-Eaton, batting .400 on the season. 7 runs scored, 7 ribbies, and 2 doubles for the senior center fielder. The 0-1 pitch with Weems in the circle. Low and inside, evens it up 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. A nice little crowd. People still filing in here at Northside High School, going over to the Columbus side. Everybody avoiding the extremely hot aluminum bleachers. Change up, falls in there and gets her looking for the third strike, and Weems able to get out of it with runners at second and third and one down, gets the strikeouts to end the top half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We head to the bottom half. It's still scoreless here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm Mike Costello, and this is what we do. Car wrecks. Yes, car wrecks. So call or text us today or visit us at mycostelolawfirm.com. Costello. Car wreck. Car wreck? Costello.
Are you looking for a great deal on a brand new Chevy or GMC truck? At Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, we have over 100 new Chevy and GMC 1500 Silverado and Sierra trucks to choose from, with savings up to over $12,000. Every model, check them all out side by side, or get super low financing rates and make no monthly payments for 90 days. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Get ready to smile.
And welcome back, everybody, as we get ready for the bottom half of the first here. Still scoreless as Northside looks to take the bats for the first time in the ball game. Out on the field right now for Columbus. In the circle, it'll be Addie Hart. Behind the plate, Gray Scott. From third to first, Aubrey McBride, Maya Wiggins, Peyton Brown, and Lexi Winchester. From left to right in the outfield, Scarlett Wood, Emily Ballow-Eaton, and Laura Wiggins. Leaving things off for Northside, it'll be Layla Phelps, the center fielder. First pitch Flares that one up in the air. Hart comes in near the line and makes the grab on the first pitch of the inning for a pop-up out. One pitch, one out for Northside now, and that'll bring up the number 2 hole hitter and the catcher, Kennedy Williams. And they're going to call that one as Hart tried to do the Maddox that time and keep going a little bit further outside. The umpire goes for it for a strike, and it's 0-2. Williams batting .400 on the season. 14 runs scored, 8 RBIs, a triple, and 3 home runs. That one's going to get flared out towards left field. It's going to stay fair. Nope, about 4 feet foul down the line. Keeps the count 0-2, and Williams stays alive. As a team, Northside batting .450 on the season. They scored 79 runs in 7 games. Now it's going to get flared out. Short left field, going back for it. Not able to make the grab off the glove of Wiggins. And it'll fall into the grass, and it'll be an E6. Tough play that time by Wiggins. He got in the basket and popped back out of it. But Williams reaches base. And that'll bring up to bat the newly committed Augusta University commit, Cassidy Anderson, playing third base today for the Northside Patriots. Congratulations to her. Swinging and a miss on the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Just announced her commitment today. Anderson batting .500 on the season with 9 runs scored, 10 RBIs, 5 doubles, and 2 home runs. One of 2 seniors in the starting lineup for Northside. Now on a sail high. And Williams around second, take off for third as that one bounced and caromed off the backstop. Out towards the first base line. Scott unable to get to it in time to recover it. And Williams goes first to third on the wild pitch. 1-1 count now on Cassidy Anderson. As Addie Hart steps back on the rubber for the Blue Devils. Hit out towards left field. That one's floating back towards the line. The catch is made. Oh, they're going to say the catch was not made over there. Dropped and scores does Williams. As I got cut off there by the tree line, but the umpire waving safe, so dropped into the field for an E7. And a run scores for Northside to put them up 1-0. That'll bring up the right fielder and cleanup hitter, Raylan Williams. Warren. Chopper over down the line, beats it down the line for a base hit. And there's runners at the corners. The infield base hit by Raylan Warren puts him at the corners with 1 down for Kaylee Newberry, the first baseman. .435 on the season with 7 runs, 5 RBIs. Chops that one out towards short. Wiggins can't come up with it. Warren trying to go back to second. Thought that Wiggins had come up with it. Started darting back towards first base and the out. The fielder's choice that time puts Newberry at first. But it scores a run for Northside to make it 2-0 now. That'll bring up the second baseman, Kelsey Fridley. Hits that one down the line, foul. Fridley batting .500 on the season. 7 hits and 14 at-bats with 6 runs scored, 9 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a triple. Northside up 2-0 right now with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Newberry at first base. And that one stays high, taking off for second. She's going to be in there standing is Newberry for the stolen base. And it's a 1-1 count on Fridley. Low and inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. And 2-0 lead for Northside here in the Carroll Purdue State Farm first inning here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And high makes it 3-1 now on the Northside second baseman. With Newberry in scoring position after the stolen base. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And that one goes in there high and inside for a ball and a walk. Ridley reaches on the free pass. That'll bring up Kaylee. That'll keep Kaylee Newberry at second base. Sorry. Scarlett Mendenhall comes up to the plate now, the designated hitter. Mendenhall on the season batting .350. 7 runs scored, 4 RBIs, a double and a triple. Tries to lay one down that time, goes foul, and it's no balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss since she's in the hole, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Hart. Out in front of that one, and it's 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and she goes down swinging for the third out, but not before Northside scores 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left on base. Way to the second is 2-0 Patriots here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
And welcome back, everybody. Here's where we hit the top half of the second. Northside with an early 2-0 lead, aided by a couple of defensive miscues by the Blue Devils. And we got 6, 7, 8 due up for Columbus here in the top half of the second with Lexi Winchester, Scarlett Wood, and Peyton Brown. Due up in this inning. As we get ready here to start it off, Lexi Winchester, the first baseman, 250 on the season. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, and it's 0-1. The junior with 5 runs scored, 5 RBIs, and 2 doubles on the season. Squaring around, pulls it back, but it hits the outside corner. Now she's in the hole, 0-2. Let's see if Weems comes at her here, tries to get her to chase one with an 0-2 count. Hit up the middle off the glove of Weems, that time unable for anybody to get to it as it goes through the hole. Out into short left field between the gloves. The diving attempt of Sheehan. And unable to get to it was Cassidy Anderson as well. And that'll put runner at first now as Lexi Winchester reaches on the infield hit. That'll bring Scarlett Wood now up to the plate, the left fielder. Takes that one high for a ball. Wood in 14 at bats, batting .500 with 8 runs scored and 6 RBIs with a double and a triple. Outside corner for a strike, and it's 2-1. Runner at first, nobody out here in the top of the second. Left fielder Scarlett Wood at the plate. Swing and a miss, and it's all knotted up at 2-2 now. And back in the circle is Weems now with the 2-2 pitch. Sails it high, and it's now 3-2. We'll get a payoff pitch upcoming here. With one out, nobody on, no, one out, one on, and nobody out. Sorry for that. Had a little mental blunder trying to let's get my bearings back underneath me here. Payoff pitch is high for a ball, and it's now 2 on with nobody out for Columbus. Second walk of the ball game by Weems, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Peyton Brown. Brown, the junior, batting .455 on the season in 11 at bats with 5 runs scored, 5 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a triple. She's got 2 on, nobody out, down 2, threatening. Out in front of that one that time, and it's no balls, 1 strike with the change up from Weems. Weems getting the signal in, checking the wristband for the pitch call. Low and inside to even things up, 1-1. And that one drops in low to make the count 2-1 now on Peyton Brown. Swing and a miss, and it's all knotted up at 2-2 again now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Columbus second baseman. 2-0 score. 2 on, nobody out. That one goes in the dirt to run the count full. 3-2. And that one will skip up there to the plate, and it'll hit Brown. And that'll load them up now with nobody out here in the top half of the second. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, designated hitter, Layla Hendrick. Conversation at the mound now. Hendrick, 4 at-bats so far on the season, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, a run scored, 2 doubles, and a triple for the sophomore designated hitter. As the infield goes in to talk to McKenna Weems here with the bases loaded, nobody out. Northside with a 2-0 lead, but Columbus is threatening. Off an infield hit, a walk, and a hit by pitch. And that one will hop up there, stopped by Williams, and it's a 1-0 count. Thing Weems has battled with all season long, looking at the stats, has been control, allowing more than 1 walk and hit by pitch. And throws that one across the knees to make it 3-1. She needs to battle back here and not allow an early run, easy run for Columbus. Columbus, a base hit, could easily tie this one up. Swings and hits that one, flares it out into center field. It's going to drop in front of Phelps and get past the glove of Phelps. And everybody will move up 60 feet, and then they're coming in for home. No throw. Back to second base. They're going to get her leaning. That time they're able to get Peyton Brown coming off of second base, but not before 2 runs scored for the Blue Devils and knock this one up. As Peyton Brown leaned off of there. As Hendrick dropped it in front of the center fielder, Phelps. Got past her, allowed the runner at second to come around to score as everybody was waiting on the ball in the air thinking it was going to get caught. As soon as it got by Phelps, Scarlett Wood took off for home. So there's now a runner at first with Hendrick and 1 down. As that one drops in the dirt to make it 1-0 to Addie Hart. Back up after hitting the ground ball down the line to Newberry on an unassisted ground ball to the first baseman. And that one goes in the dirt and is now 2-0 as Hendrick makes it to second on the wild pitch. And high and inside, 2-0 now. Weems now gets the signal again from Coach Riles in the dugout. Hit back up to the Weems, throws over to first in time to Newberry. And Hendrick makes her way over to third base on the 1-3 put out. So we're all knotted up here. 2-2 with 2 down, and the runner at third base for the Lady Blue Devils and Hendrick. And that'll bring back up to the plate Maya Wiggins. Hit by a pitch, her first at bat. Low and outside. Called strike. That one dropped right in the zone that time. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and now she's in the hole here. Still got a runner at third base. The 0-2 pitch from Weems to Wiggins. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll end the inning, but not before Columbus ties things back up here with 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. Well, to the bottom half of the second. It's knotted up 2-2 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Griff Gordy with Gordy Eye Care. For 20 years, we've been proud to serve the Phoenix City, Columbus, and surrounding areas. And Friday Night Lights is one of our favorite times of the year. My team and I love helping our student athletes and their families see every play clearly, with comprehensive eye exams and the latest in eyewear right here in our community. Here's to another season of Friday Night Football. I would love to see you and your family in our office so that we can get you seeing your best.
To get your case started, do yourself a favor and visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com. 24/7, nights and weekends, 365 days a year, and we only collect if you get paid.
And welcome back, everybody. Here's the bottom half of the second. We're knotted up at 2. After Columbus were able to tack a couple on in the top half of the inning. And for Northside, we've got 7-8-9 due up here with 8-9-1. With Stella Sheehan, Taryn Stringfellow, and back to the top of the order with Layla Phelps due up this inning. Sheehan, the freshman shortstop for Northside. Hits that one out towards left field. It's going to get out there. And hot. By the left fielder, Wood. For the first out of the inning. That'll bring Stringfellow up to the plate now, the left fielder, batting .438 on the season. 4 runs scored, 5 RBIs. Going for the slap hit that time. Attempted it. Wasn't able to make contact. 0-1. And fouled back to the screen to make it 0-2. As we get ready here for the 0-2 pitch, as Hart steps back in the circle now, getting ready to back on the rubber. And the 0-2 pitch to Stringfellow. Hits that one off the end of the bat, kind of a ground ball. There's going to be no throw. As she is just too quick down the line. Stringfellow with the infield hit. And that'll put one on and one down here in the bottom half of the second. And we'll be back to the top of the order with Layla Phelps coming to the plate. Popped up near the foul line to Addie Hart, her first time up to lead off the first. Squares around, pulls back, taking off for second. And sliding in safely is Stringfellow for the stolen base. And it's a 1-0 count on Phelps. And Phelps back in the box here, ready for the 1-0 pitch from Addie Hart. Low and outside, and it's now 2-0. Center fielder shaded a little bit towards left with Phelps at the plate. Line inside, runs it to a 3-0 count. And 4 pitches, 4 balls, and a walk. And Phelps will reach first base here with 1 down. So we got 2 on base now for the Patriots for Kennedy Williams. Reached last inning on an E6 as that one a pop-up in the short left field, popped out of the glove of Wiggins, the shortstop, as she went back to get it. Came around to score the first run of the ball game. 2 on, 1 out. Hit over towards left field. It's going to flare foul and out of play. And it's a 0-1 count on the catcher, Kennedy Williams. And 0 for 1 on the day, reaching on the E6. And she'll go oppo again that time, and it's going to go out of play again, and now the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to the Northside catcher. In the dirt, no chase that time. Good block behind the plate by Scott, and it's a 1-2 count. One-two pitch from Hart to Williams. Hit out towards left again. That's going to be drifting back and making the grab is Wood. And both runners stay where they're at first and second. Now there's 2 down. Here in the second inning for Cassidy Anderson. Reached on the drop ball in left field her first time up. Came around to score the second run of the ball game for Northside. 0 for 1 on the day, reaching on that error. Grounds that one down the line. It's going to go just foul. And it's an 0-1 count. Oh and 1 to Anderson. Low and inside to even it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little bit of a As you can say, over the past few years, it's been the Northside Harris County rivalry, but it's always going to be a good rivalry between these two teams, Northside and Columbus, no matter the sport. Hit out towards left field. That's drifting foul. And out of play for a 1-2 count on the third baseman, Cassidy Anderson. Again, just committed today to Augusta University. And that's high. It's going to get past Scott to the dugout, and both runners advance on the wild pitch. And that makes the count 2-2 now on Cassidy Anderson. Both runners in scoring position for Northside. And that one will stay high to run the count full 3-2. We'll see another payoff pitch here. 2 on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second in the 2-2 ball game. And that's going to go high and outside to load them up for the cleanup hitter, Raylan Warren. Warren with an infield hit her first time at the plate. She hit one off the end of the bat that stayed right down the line, just kind of dribbled down the third base line, was able to leg it out for a base hit. And watches that one out of the zone, and it's 1-0. Bases juiced for Northside right now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second in a tie ball game. And a 1-0 count to the cleanup hitter, Raylan Warren. Out in front of that one. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. And high and outside, runs the count to 2-1. Nowhere to put her with the bases loaded. And the 2-1 pitch upcoming here from Addie Hart, and they're going to call time behind the plate. And Wood will go to the circle to have a conversation with her pitcher. I'm sorry, Scott will go to the circle to have a conversation with Addie Hart, and Coach Story calling Raylan Warren over as well. Big pitch, big at bat right here in a tie ball game. But the bases loaded, 2 outs right now, and Raylan Warren ahead in the count, 2-1. And the pitch upcoming here from Addie Hart. High and outside, and it's ball 3. So hitters count for the Northside right fielder. Again, bases loaded, 2 down. And swing and a miss that time, and that'll run the count full 3-2. Warren took a healthy hack at that one, just unable to make contact. And that one stays a little bit high. And an RBI walk for Warren gives Northside the 3-2 lead. And the bases stay loaded as Stringfellow comes in to score. Now to bring up the 5-hole hitter and first baseman Haley Newberry. Newberry 0 for 1 on the day, hit into a fielder's choice her first time up, reached base. Hits that one out towards left center field. It's going to drop in the gap. Going back for it to get it is Balla Wheaton, and she brings it in, throws it into third base. It's going to be stopped there by McBride, but not before Newberry clears the bases with a bases loaded double. And it's now 6-2 lock, regardless if I upgrade. Hopefully. And welcome back, everybody. Here had a little internet issue, but we are back live here. Is that one stroke foul by Stella Sheehan, the shortstop, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Flew out to left her first time up. Actually, to lead off the second. She'll step back in the box here. Northside with a 7-2 lead here in the bottom half of the third. Addie Hart on the mound for the Columbus High Blue Devils. That one popped over in the 3-4 hole. It'll get in the right field, and it's going to be a base hit for the freshman Stella Sheehan. And 1 on, nobody out here in the bottom half of the third. For Taryn Stringfellow, infield hit in the second inning, came around to score. The run that gave Northside the lead in the second, eventually put them up 7-2. So 1 for 1 in the ball game with a run scored in the no balls, 1 strike. Hart back in the circle on the rubber for Columbus. The pitch upcoming here to Stringfellow. Squaring around again. Lays it down. She's going to take off for first base. It's going to end up in no man's land. They're actually going to bring her back, saying it was a foul ball as it double tapped the bat while she was in the box. Actually, they're going to say she was out. My apologies. Oh, there she goes, back in the box. Okay, I was right the first time. I was wondering when they had the on-deck batter coming up to the plate and Stringfellow hit it to the dugout. Instead, it's an 0-2 count. And she was still in the box when it hit the bat a second time. No balls, 2 strikes. She's going to flare that one over and into the glove of Addie Hart for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring us back to the top of the order for the Northside Patriots with Layla Phelps, the center fielder, coming up for the third time in the ball game. She's 0 for 1. Popping up to the pitcher and a walk and a run scored. First pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Sheehan took a big lead off of first that time and gets back without a throw from Scott. So the 1-0 pitch from Hart to Phelps. Taking off for second base and sliding in safely is Sheehan with a stolen base. And there's now a 2-0 count to Layla Phelps. Sheehan now in scoring position with 1 down here in the bottom half of the third inning. Northside up 7-2. And that to catch the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Northside center fielder. Outside runs the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 pitch coming from Addie Hart. Swing and a miss by Phelps. Runs the count full now. We'll get a payoff pitch here upcoming with one in scoring position and one out. And they're going to get her looking that time as that one dropped to the ground. Phelps heads to first base and Sheehan over to third. On the drop pitch on the strikeout that time, and there's going to be 2 down here in the bottom half of the third. Sheehan 60 feet away from scoring here with Kennedy Williams coming up to the plate. The catcher 0 for 2 in the ball game. Reached on an E6 and flew out to left. 1 run scored so far. And we're going to get a timeout called here. Not sure too much what that's about. As you see him and the umpire conversing here, he's got his little tablet with him. You look so far through the ball game, 7-2 is your score. Columbus with 2 runs on 2 hits and 3 left on base. Northside 7 runs on 5 hits, and they've left 3 on base with a runner at third right now. And while they're talking, we'll take a break. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm Mike Costello, and this is what we do. Car wrecks. Yes, car wrecks. So call or text us today or visit us at mycostelolawfirm.com. Costello. Car wreck. Car wreck? Costello.
And welcome back there after the, guess you can just call it a water break because nothing really happened, just conversation, and then back to the dugout, everything as it was. Williams at the plate. Hit out towards Brown, picks it up, makes the throw over to first in time for the 4-3 put out. 1 pitch, 1 out for the third one of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on base for Northside in the third. We'll hit to the fourth. It's still 7-2 Patriots here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer to thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
And welcome back, everybody, here to the Rock at Northside High School as they're taking on the Columbus High Lady Blue Devils. 7-2 is your score as we reach the top half of the fourth. McKenna Weems still in the circle for Northside High School. Due up this inning, 6, 7, 8 for Columbus High School with Lexi Winchester, Scarlett Wood, and Peyton Brown due up this inning. Here in the fourth, down 5. Looking to mount a rally here. And the first pitch from Weems in the strike zone, 0-1. Lexi Winchester, 1 for 1 on the day with an infield base hit and scored the first run of the ball game for the Lady Blue Devils. Takes that one out of the zone, evens it up 1-1. Weems scooting the dirt around a little bit behind the rubber, and she steps back on it here with a 1-1 count. Lexi Winchester at the plate. Hit out. Cars in with the play as Anderson throw to first is going to be scooped up in time for the out by Newberry. What a play over there at first base by Newberry to be able to scoop up the throw by Anderson on that charging ground ball. And Winchester goes down on the 5-3 put out, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Scarlett Wood. Wood with a walk and a run scored. No official at bat in the ball game. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. The pitch from Weems. Just off the plate that time, no chase by Wood, and it's now a 1-2 count. Good eye by Scarlett Wood not to jump on that one. Stays in the at-bat, keeps it alive here. 1-2 count with 1 down. Nobody on base here in the top of the fourth for the Blue Devils. Change up out in front of that one for a swing and a miss, strike 3. 7 strikeouts so far in the ball game for McKenna Weems, who struck out the side in the third. And that'll bring up Peyton Brown, the second baseman, who was hit by a pitch and stranded. Or actually was thrown out on a fielder's choice in the second inning. No official at bat for the Columbus High second baseman so far the ball game. That one sails high to start her off 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes to Peyton Brown. As the coach yells in the call for the defensive alignment for the next pitch. Low and inside, 3 balls, no strikes. Weems needing to refocus here. Has done a good job the last 2 innings of keeping the focus on the strike zone. She struck out 5 of the last 6 batters she's faced. Unable to keep that one in the zone, and a 4-pitch walk to Peyton Brown. Puts her at first base now with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth for Layla Hendrick. My apologies. 1 for 1 with a base hit to center field, her first time at the plate. drove in the 2 runs for Columbus High. That one skips up to the plate for a ball 1-0. Good stop behind the plate by Williams that time. So 1-0 count to Hendrick. And outside corner for a strike evens things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 on and 2 out. Peyton Brown over at first base for the Columbus High Blue Devils. They look to try to mount something here, down 5. Swing, missed, and hit foul to the backstop, and is now 1-2 count on the designated hitter, Layla Hendrick. In the dirt, good stop again by Kennedy Williams behind the plate, and that'll even it up 2-2. And time called by Hendrick. She'll step out of the box here with a 2-2 count. 2 outs and a runner at first. Here in the 4th, Northside 7-2 lead. Thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, Mike Hostelo Law Firm, and Chick-fil-A. That one's hit, skied, foul, out of play, and the count will stay 2-2. Also, thank our guys, the Columbus Lions. Make sure you check us out every Saturday morning for the Saturday Morning Roar scoreboard show at 9 o'clock on Saturday, sponsored by the Columbus Lions. Swing and a miss out in front of that one. And another big strikeout by McKenna Weems to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 4th. It's still 7-2 Northside here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back, everybody. Here's the bottom half of the 4th. Addie Hart still in the circle for Columbus High School here, looking to keep a shutdown inning here. She was able to give up no runs on 1 hit last inning. 3, 4, 5 due up for the Patriots. Cassidy Anderson, Raylan Warren, and Kaylee Newberry due up this inning. Also like to take this little bit of time to shout out a couple more of our sponsors here. P-Tap's going to be a big sponsor here as we announce once a month the Community Angels. If you know anybody in the community who does a great job, doesn't get the recognition, who does something for people here in the community, make sure you reach out to P-Tap, reach out to us so we can nominate them for our Community Angels every month. As well as our Dave and Buster's sponsoring our Student Athlete of the Week. Cassidy Anderson stepping up to the plate now. Leading off the 4th. Hits that one out in the left field. It's a rope and it's going to drop. And going to second base is Anderson. The throw coming in. And she'll stop there with a stand-up double for the Northside Patriots. to lead off the fourth inning here, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Raylan Warren, the right fielder. 1 for 1 on the day with an infield base hit, a walk with an RBI, and a run scored. That was going to be skied up in the air in the infield, getting up under it, camping under it, making the grab. Is McBride at third. Nobody covering, though, and Anderson smartly takes off after tagging at second. And she'll reach third base on the infield pop-up. As McBride had to come in off the bag to make the pop-up catch in the infield, but nobody covering. Anderson saw it, took off. And now with one down, she's 60 feet away from giving Northside another run here with Kaylee Newberry at the plate. Newberry 1 for 2. She'll take that one inside. Fielder's choice in the first inning, and then an RBI double as she cleared the loaded bases in the second. And she's going to ground that one back towards the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's going to get pop flared foul into the north side dugout. And it's now a 1-2 count on Kaylee Newberry. As the wind's starting to pick up here a little bit, and we're not going to complain about that, as it tends to be blowing out towards left center field. Newberry's going to chop this one. Hart comes in with the play, throws it over to first base in time, but not before another run scores there to make it 8-2. And another RBI for Kaylee Newberry that time. 4 on the day so far. And it's 8-2 ball game in favor of the Lady Patriots. Now to bring up with the bases clear and 2 down, Kelsey Fridley. Fridley 1 for 2 in the ball game with a walk in the first and an RBI double with a stolen base in the second. Takes the first pitch from Hart, high and outside, 1-0. And that's going to get skied up. Is it going to stay in play? Chasing it down as Wiggins can't get to it. And it's going to drop inside. Actually, the umpire calls foul just outside the line. Well, everybody was moving. They thought it was still fair. Saw the home plate umpire raise the hands in the air for the foul ball call. And Fridley steps back in the box here with the bases clear and 2 down in the bottom half of the fourth. 8-2 Patriots on top right now. And that's going to get past Scott to the backstop. 2-2 count on the second baseman. And skies that one out. Off the concession stand, off the tent, onto the sidewalk. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. And we're ready for play here as the ball gets back into the arms of Addie Hart. The 2-2 pitch to Fridley. That's going to roll up there to make the count full. Payoff pitch upcoming here from Addie Hart to Fridley. And it's going to be grounded up there for a ball. And reaching first for the second time today on a walk is Fridley. So runner at first, 2 down for Scarlett Mendenhall. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Actually, we got a pinch hitter in the ball game for Northside now. Victoria Montez coming up for her first at bat of the ball game. And the freshman ropes one out to left field, is tracking back for the left fielder and makes the grab, does Wood for the third out of the inning. But Northside puts one more on the board, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head to the 5th. It's still 8-2 Northside here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here, and I am with Terry Johnson and Terry Johnson Agency, one of the first sponsors I ever had when I started this endeavor over 4 years ago when I was doing it off my phone. I want to say thank you so much for believing in our vision of being able to serve the community, shine a light on all these athletes, all these programs. And Terry Johnson Agency, they've been serving the community for over 40 years. Home, auto, life, church. Terry Johnson's been helping my family and me specifically. He's my insurance agent. I want to say thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Thrift, and I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me 4 years ago to come on board and to be an initial sponsor with you. And it's just been a good association with you and a pleasure to work with you, and look forward to a long association even further down the road.
No doubt about it. Again, serving the community for many years. You need a quote today, give them a call. Jeremy Crosby, his daughter Brooke, and of course, Mr. Terry. They're gonna make you feel at home. They're gonna take care of you. He's my insurance agent. It's Terry Johnson Agency, big supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Heavy-duty savings on heavy-duty trucks. Right now at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. Choose from over 75 Chevy and GMC 2500 HDs with savings up to $12,000. For work or play, check them all out side by side. Or get 4.9% financing for 48 months and make no monthly payments for 90 days. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Get ready to smile.
And welcome back, everybody. Here's the top of the 5th. We have a pitching change for the Northside Patriots as Victoria Montez steps in the circle here. In relief of McKenna Weems. Weems goes 4 innings, giving up 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 2 hit by pitches, and 7 strikeouts. And top of the order, due up here for Columbus, 1-2-3, Addie Hart looking to lead things off, 0 for 2 in the ball game. As that one rolls up to the plate for a ball, 1-0. Addie Hart with a ground out to first base, and another 1-3 put out, grounding out to the pitcher in the second. Two balls, no strikes here to start off the 5th inning. Addie Hart, the pitcher for Columbus, at the plate. We got an 8-2 ball game right now. Montez facing her first hitter here in relief for the ball game. Throws one in the zone, that time fouled back by Hart, and it's 2-1. And she's going to hit that one off the handle that time. It goes straight down, foul. That evens the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to start off the 5th. The freshman Montez in the circle for Northside, now in relief. And change up Hart. Able to stay with it that time and battle. Fights that one off to stay alive. 2-2. Montez, 2-1 on the season in 5 appearances with a 4.08 ERA. With 12 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts to 6 walks. And we'll get another 2-2 pitch coming up here to Addie Hart to lead off the 5th. And just off the plate that time, a run at full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And so far through 4 innings, 8 runs on 6 hits and 5 left on base for Northside. As Hart draws the walk to start off the 5th inning, she'll reach base. 4th walk of the ball game for the Northside pitching staff. And Columbus 2 runs on 2 hits and 4 left on. They've got 1 on now with the leadoff batter reaching, and Maya Wiggins coming up to the plate. The Columbus shortstop, 0 for 1 in the ball game, was hit by a pitch in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 2nd. Hits one up into center field, tracking back forward as Phelps makes the grab and gets it in quickly there to keep Addie Hart at first base. So 1 down here with 1 on in the top half of the 5th, and Aubrey McBride coming up to the plate. The Columbus High third baseman, 0 for 1 in the ball game, walked in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd. Inside for a ball, 1-0. Hart still at first base for the Lady Blue Devils. 1 down here in the top of the 5th of an 8-2 ball game. 6 unanswered so far for Northside. And that'll hit McBride. And that'll put runners at 1st and 2nd now with 1 down. For the cleanup hitter and catcher, Grace Scott. Scott 0 for 2 so far. She struck out twice in the ball game. Conversation going on in the circle between Montez, Fridley, Sheehan joins, and Newberry. Looks like Montez trying to fix the face mask. And we're ready to resume play here. Again, 2 on, 1 down. Top of the 5th. Scott at the plate as a cleanup hitter, looking to do some damage here in the 5th inning. Skies that one foul out of play. Out of the hands of one of the dads in the stands there. Probably end up telling one of his daughters, do as I say, not as I do, as he couldn't manage to catch that foul ball. Lands on the inside corner, and now Scott behind the count. No balls, 2 strikes. But if it was banana ball rules, they'd probably boot him for not catching that one. The 0-2 pitch. A little outside, no chase from Scott, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And they're going to get her out over at first base. And that's 3 outs to strike him out, throw him out. And that's 3 down in the inning as they get McBride on the snap throw, the 2-3 putout from Kennedy Williams to Kaylee Newberry after the strikeout of Grace Scott. Ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 5th. It's still 8-2 Northside on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today.
I'm bringing my other half.
I'm bringing the pep talk. Come on!
I'm clearing my head.
And I'm clearing 300.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Get all the perks with a PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Join in club or online today. Deal ends soon. See club for details.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
Welcome back, everybody. Here's the bottom half of the 5th. 8-9-1 due up for the Lady Patriots with Stella Sheehan looking to lead things off. Addie Hart remaining in the circle here for the 5th inning. Down 8-2. Sheehan 1 for 2 in the ball game with a fly out to left and a base hit to right with a stolen base where she was stranded at third in the third. Sorry. She'll take a hack at the first one there, sky it up in the air. It'll go over the backstop. Out of play. And an 0-1 count now on the freshman shortstop for the Lady Patriots. Montez gave up a walk and a hit batsman with 1 down in the top half of the inning. And then the strike him out, throw him out after she got Scott swinging. And Kennedy Williams with a snap throw to first to catch McBride off the bag to end the top half. And after that pitch from Hart, it's now an 0-2 count on Sheehan. And that one hit out into short center field, charging in for it, and makes the grab. Does Ballow Eaton. Coming in, catching it around the shins. Great play by the Columbus center fielder that time, and there's 1 down here in the 5th. That'll bring up Taryn Stringfellow, the senior left fielder, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Reached on the infield hit and scored a run in the 2nd. Popped up to Addie Hart in the circle in the 3rd. Running up with the slap hit attempt, pulls it back. 1-0. And she'll kind of a little bit of a half defensive swing that time and hits it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, Mike Hostelow Law Firm, and Chick-fil-A for helping us bring these ball games to you guys. And a little chop hit that time by Stringfellow. She'll reach first easily. Showing the speed, another infield hit by the north side left fielder. So with 1 on and 1 out, that'll bring Layla Phelps to the plate. Back to the top of the order. She'll square around, pull it back. Stringfellow taking off for second. She'll slide in safely as the ball hits off of her and ricochets off, but Peyton Brown jumps all over it to keep it from allowing Stringfellow to take off for third. So 1-0 count now to Phelps with a runner at second base. 1 down here in the bottom half of the fifth. And that one slapped off the end of the bat that time by Phelps, going back forward and making the grab is Wiggins towards the edge of the dirt. And on the pop up to the shortstop, that's a second out, and that'll remain. Stringfellow stays at second. That'll bring Kennedy Williams up to the plate. The catcher 0 for 3 in the ball game. Reached on an E6 and scored in the first inning, flew out to left in the second, and grounded out to second in the third. Takes the first pitch low and outside for a ball, 1-0. We got a lot going on right now here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live this week. We'll go through that in a second with our schedule. 2 coaches shows going on today with Pacelli and Calvary. As the 1-0 pitch coming from Hart. That'll go up in the air in the infield. Peyton Brown going back off the glove that time, and Williams hustling around makes it all the way to second base. And she'll reach on the E4. And that'll score another run for the Northside Patriots to make it now 9-2. So the runner at second and 2 down. The 9-2 ball game. Cassidy Anderson will come up to the plate. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Reached on an E7 in the first, walked in the second, led off double in the fourth, and she scored 3 runs so far in the ball game. Again, so far this week. Tomorrow, we've got a tri-match of volleyball at Pacelli with East Coweta and Glenwood making the trip over to the gymnasium at St. Anne Pacelli. That one hit up in the air, making her way over and left, making the grab in left center is Wood. And we'll finish up with the rest of our schedule after that one. 3 down here in the fifth after 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on base for Northside. We'll head to the 6th, this 9-2 Patriots here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Listen up. This isn't some fast food nonsense. Our kitchen runs full tilt because shortcuts, not our thing. Those jar desserts, made by hand. Our cayenne ranch doesn't make it so. Our tenders are real tenderloin. Not like the other guys. Nope. We put the work in early. We brine. We buttermilk. We hand bread. Our cooked to order tenderloins rule the roost. It's real. Handmade.
And welcome back, everybody, here as we have reached the 6th inning. 9-2 ball game. 5, 6, 7 due up for Columbus High. That'll start off with Emily Ballow-Eaton, the center fielder, 0 for 2 in the ball game with 2 strikeouts. And we'll get back to the rest of our schedule here. Here in the 6th, again tomorrow, East Coweta and Glenwood head to Pacelli for a volleyball match that we'll be showing on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, as well as a Brookstone at Calvary volleyball. 1 versus 2 in the GIAA. That's going to be a big one there at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We've also got the Russell County at Smith Station flag football going on at 7 o'clock. Make sure you go out there and watch, or watch it here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live and the Russell County Coaches Show. Brought to you by Slim Chickens. We'll have a live show out there at the restaurant on 280. You can watch, or you can come join us while we have the show outside on the patio. It's always a fun time with Athletic Director Larry Knox and the rest of the coaches and administration at Russell County coming out every Tuesday night. The pitch from Montez. A swing and a miss by Ballow-Eaton. And Wednesday, Manchester comes down to play Pacelli in softball. Opelika at Glenwood flag football on Wednesday. Then we have the Brookstone Coaches Show and the Smith Station Coaches Show brought to you as well by Slim Chickens. It's going to be out there live at the restaurant. As that one's hit foul by Ballow-Eaton. 2 strikes. Here to lead off the 6th. Thursday night, Brookstone at Pacelli volleyball. Upson Lee at Shaw football at Otis Spencer Stadium. Pike County at Russell County flag football. And the Glenwood Coaches Show. As that one sails high to Ballow-Eaton. Full count payoff pitch here to lead off the 6th. From Victoria Montez to Emily Ballow-Eaton. And Friday night, 4 football games here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Spencer at Carver, the Heritage Bowl to lead things off. Really the game of the week here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, as that one ends up with a walk. Ballow-Eaton takes off for first base to lead off the 6th inning. The other 3 football games going on here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live on Friday. Flint River at Calvary, Dadeville at Pacelli, and Brookstone at Glenwood. As they go to cross the river, and Brookstone with an 0-2 start, looking to salvage it here and try to get a win. It's going to be a tough one against a really good Glenwood team over in Alabama. Montez sails that one high to start it off with Lexi Winchester at the plate. 1-0. Winchester 1 for 2 in the ball game. Base hit and a run scored in the 2nd, and then grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. And that one crosses the plate for a strike to even things up 1-1. And runner at first. Nobody out here in the 6th. 9-2 Northside with the lead. A lot of great things going on here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live as we're starting to not just bring you the broadcast and the ball games and highlight these young student athletes, but we're going to start recognizing them as well. With our Dave and Buster's Student Athlete of the Week. And our Community Angels, a monthly $1,000 presented by P-Tap. Ground out. Sheehan comes up with it, throw over to second, bobbled by Fridley. Had the glove turned the wrong way. As good toss over to second by Sheehan, but Fridley had the glove upside down and ends up going off the palm. And on the E4, on the fielder's choice, Winchester will reach first base. And there's now first and second, nobody out. Here in the top half of the 6th for Scarlett Wood, the left fielder. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Walked and scored in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 4th. And swing and a miss at the first pitch from Montez, 0-1. Just the second error in the ball game by the Northside Patriots. That one grounded over to second base. Fridley comes up with it, flips the first in time for the 4-3 putout. And both runners advance in scoring position now. We got runners at second and third, one down. As Ballowheaton goes to third, Winchester to second, and that'll bring up the 8-hole hitter and second baseman Peyton Brown. No official at bat yet in the ball game. She's been hit by a pitch in the second, walked in the fourth. And first pitch strike to Brown, 0-1. Off the plate that time to even things up, 1-1. Nine-two ball game here, led by the big 5-run third inning by the Northside Patriots. After the top half of the third, Columbus had tied it up with two of their own. Brown hits it up in the air under it. Newberry makes the grab for the second out. As both base runners stay put. Still second and third, and we'll bring up the designated hitter, Layla Hendrick. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Had a base hit to center in the second inning, struck out in the fourth. Oh, 1 pitch now from Montez. Off the plate to even things up, 1-1. Does a good job of that pitch. Just can't get the Columbus High Blue Devils to chase it. They do a good job of having good hand-eye coordination, being able to see the pitch, not chase anything outside of the zone. Second and third now with 2 down. We have a 1-1 pitch here upcoming from Victoria Montez. To Hendrick. She'll hit it out towards second base. Fridley up with it, makes the throw for the 4-3 putout. And Northside gets out of the sixth inning unscathed. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We'll head to the bottom half. It's still 9-2 Patriots here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
Are you looking for a great deal on a brand new Chevy or GMC truck? At Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, we have over 100 new Chevy and GMC 1500 Silverado and Sierra trucks to choose from, with savings up to over $12,000. Every model, check them all out side by side, or get super low financing rates and make no monthly payments for 90 days. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Get ready to smile.
And welcome back, everybody, here. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. We're in the bottom of the sixth, 9-2 ball game. Northside with the lead. And 4-5-6 due up for the Lady Patriots with Raylan Warren looking to lead things off. Warren, 1 for 2 in the ball game with a base hit in the first, walked with an RBI and a run scored in the second, and then popped up the third in the fourth. Takes the first pitch across the outside corner for a strike by Addie Hart, and it's 0-1. And swing, foul, tipped back to the backstop, and she's in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes to the north side right fielder. As Hart has battled all day long, showing some toughness out there. Yeah, it is 9-2, but she's done a great job out there throwing. Has not let up this entire ball game. That one stays high. No chase by Warren, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes here to lead off the bottom half of the sixth. And that one stays high as well to even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And for Hart. And that'll bring Kaylee Newberry up to the plate. With no on and 1 out, Newberry 1 for 3 in the ball game. Hit into a fielder's choice and reached on the air in the first inning. A 3 RBI double and a run scored in the second, and then an RBI ground out in the fourth. So 1 for 3 with 4 RBIs, a run scored, and a stolen base by the Northside first baseman. Hart looking in. And that one will sail up high and outside for a ball. And Newberry hits that one up in the air. He'll stay in just close enough for Scott to make a great catch at the backstop. Didn't lose focus that time. Wasn't worried about the fence. And on the foul, pop up to the catcher. Newberry goes down for the second out of the inning. So with 2 down and nobody on, that'll bring Fridley up to the plate. The sophomore second baseman, 1 for 1 in the ball game. She's walked twice and had an RBI double with a stolen base. Flails at that one right there. Off-speed pitch got her out in front, and she's behind 0-1. Steps back in the box now. Hart on the rubber. And swings at one in the dirt that time. Chases one down, gets past Scott. And Fridley quickly in the hole, 0-2. And hits that one off the backstop to stay alive and keep it 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Hart. Hit foul again. And Fridley continues the battle. And keeps the count 0-2 here. Bases cleared, 2 down in the bottom half of the sixth. Northside with a 9-2 lead. Looking for their 6th victory of the season to move to 6-2. And that one's going to get hit foul again. Another one over there towards the Columbus High dugout this time. Fridley has fouled off the last 3 after going down 0-2 to stay alive here. And swing and a miss. It'll get past the catcher, Scott. Throw down to first. It's in time to get Fridley for the strikeout. 4th one of the ball game for Addie Hart, and that'll end the 6th. As Northside goes down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We'll head to the 7th and final frame. 9-2 Patriots. And we'll be back in just a moment here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Step into history at Millhouse Kitchen and Bar. Nestled along the Chattahoochee River, Millhouse is more than a restaurant. It's a dining experience. Enjoy Southern classics with a bold twist, river views, impeccable ambience, and exceptional service. Join us for dinner or cocktails and see for yourself. Reserve your table online at millhouseatcityknolls.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Here's the 7th inning. Not time to stretch yet. As Northside, 9-2 lead here, needing 3 outs to secure the victory against their crosstown rival, Columbus High School. Victoria Montez in the circle now. 1-2-3 due up for the Lady Blue Devils. As Addie Hart takes the first pitch out of the zone, 1-0. 0 for 2 in the ball game. She's grounded out to first, grounded out to pitcher, and walked in the 5th. Montez gets the signal, checks the wristband, steps on the rubber. The 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, makes it 2-0. Inside low, 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff batter and pitcher, Addie Hart. Outside corner for a strike. 3-1 now. Montez with the pitch. Hit over towards third, going to be foul into the glove of Anderson, and we've got the full count now. So we have a payoff pitch to start off the 7th. Montez with the payoff pitch to Hart. Hit out towards center field. It's going to drop in front of Phelps for a base hit to lead off the 7th inning. And Hart moves to 1 for 3 in the ball game. First hit by the Blue Devils since the second inning when they scored 2 runs to tie that one up at 2-2. It's been all Northside ever since. And first pitch to Maya Wiggins is in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. 1 on, nobody out. Addie Hart's had a good game on both sides today. 1 for 3 now at the plate with a walk as well. Pitched the entire game so far. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits given up, 9 runs, 6 earned off of a couple of errors by the Blue Devils. 5 walks and 4 strikeouts. She's had to grind through the entire ball game and done so. And that one laced down the line by Wiggins, foul towards the Columbus High dugout. She's behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. With Addie Hart at first and nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Wiggins 0 for 2 in the ball game. Reached on a hit by pitch, struck out, and flew out to center field. She hits that over to third. Good pickup by Anderson. The throw over to second is going to be wide of the bag, and Fridley unable to come up with it. And on the E5, Phelps comes in to pick it up and gets it in before Addie Hart can take off for the plate. So Wiggins reaches on the fielder's choice, and Addie Hart makes it to third on the E5. And we've got runners at the corners with nobody out here in the top of the 7th of a 9-2 ball game. Third error of the game by the Northside Patriots. That one hit up in the air. Fridley under it makes the grab for the first out off the hit off the bat of McBride. And there's 1 down. That'll bring up Grace Scott, 0 for 3 in the ball game with 3 strikeouts. She's gone down swinging all 3 times. Looking to make contact here with Addie Hart over at third base. See if she can drive in a run here in the 7th inning. As Victoria Montez looking to keep the clean sheet here in relief. Hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit and a run scored for the Blue Devils. And Addie Hart crosses the plate on the RBI base hit by Grace Scott. Great job by the Columbus High catcher to come back from 3 strikeouts earlier in the ball game to get an RBI base hit in the 7th inning. Not letting the first 3 at bats affect her outlook at the plate. And it's now 9-3. Northside with the lead here. Runners at first and second with 1 out. That'll bring up Emily Ballowheaton, the center fielder. Ballowheaton 0 for 2 in the ball game with 2 strikeouts and a walk. And that one inside from Montez. It's a 1-0 count. Outside 2-0 now to the Columbus High center fielder. That ground ball to third by Wiggins was a good pick play by Anderson. Just couldn't make the throw over to second. Threw it wide. Good play by Phelps in center to come over and back the throw up and keep Hart at third. But Scott followed it up with a big hit out into center field to drive Hart in regardless to make it a 9-3 ball game. We got a 3-0 count here to Ballowheaton. Runners at first and second, 1 down for the Blue Devils here in the 7th inning, trying to mount a comeback. And 4-pitch walk to Ballowheaton loads them up. Her second walk of the ball game. And the second walk for Montez in relief. Actually, I'm sorry, the third walk for Montez in relief. Here in her third inning of action today. And that'll bring up the first baseman for Columbus High, Lexi Winchester. As we've got a conversation going on in the infield there between Anderson, Newberry, Montez, and Williams. And Winchester on the day, 1 for 3 with an infield base hit and a run scored in the second. A ground out to third and a fielder's choice. Ended up reaching on the E4 in the sixth. That's going to be hit out towards second, picked up by Fridley. No throw. As Wiggins and Scott get back safely. And that'll bring up Scarlett Wood. Now we've got 2 down with the bases loaded. And Wood 0 for 2 in the ball game with a walk and a run scored in the second inning, struck out in the fourth, and grounded out to second in the sixth. So Columbus High down 6 with the bases loaded, down to their last out. First pitch in the dirt, Williams with a good stop behind the plate, and it's now 1-0. Montez back on the bump now for the throw, and outside 2-0. Nowhere to put her here. A walk will bring in another run for the Columbus High School. The bases are loaded here with 2 down in the 7th inning. That's going to be chopped foul towards the backstop. Out in front of that one was Wood, and it's now a 2-1 count. Starting to cool off a little bit here. It's gone from 94 to 91 in the last 2.5 hours. We might see 89 by 10 o'clock. Pitch high and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike now to the Columbus High left fielder. Again, bases loaded. Nowhere to put her. So Montez needing to be aggressive at this point. Force Wood to put one in play if she has to and rely on your defense to try and end this ball game. And Wood does so. Snatches it. Montez does. Throws it over to first for the out. And the 1-3 put out will end the contest, and Northside comes away with a 9-3 victory off of a couple of timely hits. And Columbus High fought to the end, unable to come up with the big wins, big hits when it counts, to get the win and come back. As they fall 9-3, they fall to 5-2 on the season. Northside improves to 6-2. And it all started when the game was tied 2-2 and the big bases loaded double to bring in 3 runs and clear them all by our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, Kaylee Newberry, the first baseman for Northside today. 4 RBIs in the ball game. A couple of great defensive plays over at first, making a big pick to end one of those innings on a ground ball. Was able to get the pick over at first base on a charging ground ball by Cassidy Anderson, my apologies, and Kaylee Newberry. Our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game in Northside's 9-3 victory. As again, they improved to 6-2. Columbus falls to 5-2 on the season. Make sure you check us out here. We got, thank our sponsors again, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, Mike Hostelo, and now Chick-fil-A joining us here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live as one of our presenting sponsors. Make sure you keep an eye out for our Dave & Buster's Student Athletes of the Week. The Community Angels, the monthly $1,000 given away to somebody who well deserves it here in our community. Brought to you by PTAP. And make sure you check us out. We got more going on tomorrow. A couple of big volleyball matches, flag football, and then a Russell County Coaches Show out at Slim Chickens.